Hey, what's up? Patrick Bubakanian here from SERP Champion, and in this week's episode of PWTA Playing with the Algorithm, we're going to talk about something really interesting. It's something I got a lot of requests from and a lot of questions regarding this topic. It's, does sending traffic to your site cause ranking jumps, improvements, or not? So I tested two things. One, does sending direct traffic to your site cause ranking improvements or not? And two, does sending traffic from the search engines cause ranking improvements or not? And these are the two things I tested in this week's episode. You might be surprised, you might not be surprised, but it's practical information and you're going to make sure you're going to apply it to your own business by what I'm going to reveal to you right now. So enjoy this video and we're going to switch over right now. Hey, Patrick Bubakanian here. Welcome on this week's video, on this week's test called PWTA Playing with the Algorithm. And I've been testing a lot of stuff. And for this week, we've been testing if sending traffic to your website cause ranking improvements or not. And we tested two things. We tested one, sending traffic directly to the site. Does that cause ranking improvements or not? And we also tested sending traffic to the site through the search engine. So as you can see here, this keyword, you would type this keyword in and you would click on the page, and then we tested that to see if that caused a ranking improvement or not. So on August 29th, we started with this test. We let all of these pages index, and then we want to see this page move. Right? This is the test page, GDSA. Remember that, note that down. So moving on, I used a service called CrowdSearch to send traffic. And CrowdSearch is a really awesome software as a service company. I've been using them for a good amount of time for my PBNs, for my money sites, and I've been just testing a lot of stuff. And you need to know how to work with it because it's just not as easy as just sending traffic and you'll see results. It really depends on how you work with them. So what I did with the first test is you can select three types of campaigns. So I started with direct traffic. Send direct traffic to your website. I did that. I clicked it and I got this page. So I just submitted my keyword and submitted my URL, and that's all I needed to do. What happens is CrowdSearch sends the traffic directly to the URL, and then that's it. You know, you can basically see how much traffic is being sent on a daily, but that's pretty much it. So we did that, right? And after 11 days, I saw no movement, like no movement. So I still waited. I waited, and it just didn't cause any ranking improvements. It stayed on page 3. So conclusion is, sending direct traffic to your page doesn't necessarily cause ranking improvements. So that's the first test result. The second test result, what I did was, how about sending traffic to the page through the search engine to see what kind of result we're gonna get. Then I clicked here, organic search, send search traffic to your website using keywords. I clicked it. And here you can just set up your things. You can set up your keywords so people would supposedly submit this in the SERPs. And this is the URL, and then this is how you start this campaign up. So next thing is, there are some other settings here like social signals, but I did not turn those on because I didn't want to influence the test, and I might test it for another video, just purely social signals, because that's a very interesting one. But I just tested sending traffic through the search engines. Like I said, CrowdSearch, it has a lot of settings. It has a lot of ways to do your traffic sending. And it's super comprehensive and awesome. So kudos to the creators of this tool. Anyway, I submitted this campaign, right? And about, let's say on the 11th, I submitted that test. And now on the 17th, I see the GDSA on the second spot right here. So what does this tell us? It tells us that it does cause ranking improvements if you send traffic through the search engines. I mean, it's proven now. So sending direct traffic to your site doesn't necessarily rank you higher. That's one. Two, sending traffic through the search engines works great, as you can see here. And this took me like 6 days. And I'm sure it can range for some people. Some can get ranking improvements after a few days maybe, or even later than 6 days. But this is the proof. The proof is in the pudding, and that's the conclusion, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this test, and I hope you can apply this with the results I just gave you. Apply this into your own business. Focus on sending traffic through the search engines, and of course make your titles compelling enough to click on it, because a better CTR causes a higher ranking improvement, which is true, and I tested this too right here. So anyway, thank you for watching this video, and I'll be sending a new test next week again, so tune in. Can't wait, and I'll talk to you soon.